Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. It will be a Pokebank OU match against a person by the name of Danny Yuting. I don't even have to say a person by the name of, you know who this guy is, my good friend. And we've been having a lot of practice battles. And this was, I think, like the 5th or 6th battle we had with each other when we were switching teams back and forth, switching stuff all around here. And this is the team that you saw in the last upload, minus the fact that Mega Blastoise did not exist. There was a Barbaracle on the team, and I removed Barbaracle because I felt, or did I, no, did I remove? Yeah, I think I removed Barbaracle because I felt that it just wasn't setting up and doing enough damage, especially since, as you see in this match, it fails to do something for me. But you know pretty much how this team works. Looking at my opponent's team, he has a Zygarde. I've only seen it in pictures. I've only seen it in-game. I don't know what it does. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but I see both Lucario and Alakazam. I need to fear that. Sylveon, the big bulky fairy type that's been running through OU quite a bit. It's got very nice stats, and its type just makes it so beautifully nice. It's a really good Pokemon, both offensive and defensive. So, ways to deal with his team. Scolipede needs to stay safe. I can actually see through his team with Scolipede if I keep it safe, get up as the SD behind a sub. Murkrow's going to be really nice for paralyzing 4 of his guys, particularly, actually 3 of his guys, really. Lucario and Alakazam need to be dealt with appropriately. I'm going to need to keep Heatran around for a little bit, and Aegislash, again, can sweep through his whole team, just because it's typing. Right? There's nothing that comes in to say, screw you, so if Aegislash sets up, I can pretty much end it. But in the ways of leads, I am on the far side. Hopefully you figured that out by now. I forget. He goes to the Ferrothorn. I lead off with Heatran. Right? I wanted to get rocks up. I figured that would be the best thing for this game. He's going to switch out because he doesn't want the Lava Plume coming. I'm just going to go for rocks. Pretty standard play. He has Gastrodon in. I'm just going to switch into Gyarageist Large because I know he's going to go for the Scald. Luckily, he does not get the burn. This could have been really risky if he predicted this early and gone for Toxic, but I mean, I could have also stayed in and done something else like Roared because it's a Heatran. He's going to go for Toxic as I goes for Sub. Now, he doesn't know my new Gyarageist set at this point, so he doesn't expect the Leech Seed. He only knows, or he expects the Leech Seed, but he goes for the Scald. Now, if you noticed, it did 14% last time, and now this time it didn't break my sub with a crit. That is because it's only 1.5 times, so not only does 21% to my sub, which means that my sub will stay intact. But he didn't know about the Bullet Seed, and he goes, what the heck, Bullet Seed? Yep, there's Bullet Seed in action, people. That's how useful it is. It's trust me, you'll see better use in it. But, yeah, he doesn't know about Will-O-Wisp, and Will-O-Wisp is the new thing on the set, so I burn his Ferrothorn. He wasn't expecting that, and he's just going to go for his rocks, which is okay, because I can deal with this. Now, I know that if he switches out, I'm going to be able to catch him with the Leech Seed, and he knows that I can't go for Bullet Seed, so I'm just going to go for Leech Seed. I have to wait for him to switch out. He can go for a Power Whip. I only had 4% left on my sub, and that's a Stab, Quad-Resisted, Burned, what's it called? Burned Power Whip on a Gyarageist. Didn't even do 4%. Didn't even break my sub. So Leech Seed is going to catch the Sylveon. He has learned from before. This is the Baton Pass Calm mindset that he has on the Sylveon. He's learned from before that Baton Pass will pass on the Leech Seed. So he's just going to go for Shadow Ball. He's not going to try and set up. And he's not in a position now because between Burn and Leech Seed, he's going to be taking tons of damage. I'm going to switch out, though. I don't want to take a Shadow Ball. I'm going to go into Heatran. It doesn't even have to be resisted. Heatran eats the ball of shadows and says, burp, you're done. I'm not taking anything from you. But I am going to heal up. Thank you very much. I will take your life a little bit from seeding Leech Seeds. Yeah, that sounds kind of gross when you think about the word Leech Seed. Ugh. That's weird. I go for Protect. I don't know why. I really don't. I should have just gone for Lava Plume. But now I'm in a bad position. I have to switch out going to Gyarageist. And here's the deciding moment, ladies and gentlemen. He misses Toxic. This was big. Big. Because that means my Gyarageist is safe from... It's basically safe to stay in. But it would have mattered a little bit more if I was Toxic. So him missing, that was a big misplay on my part. I could have just stayed in with Heatran, not fearing it. I know if he had Earth Power, it wouldn't do much. So I wasn't even thinking about that. But I can go for Bullet Seed. There we go. Picks off the Sylveon at that low health. That's kind of cool. He goes into Alakazam. I'm not even going to screw around. I'm just going to go for Bullet Seed because I want to get paralysis of anything on this. And look at the Bullet Seed. This is why Bullet Seed is cool. Breaks through Focus Ashes. If I had hit 5 times, it would have killed Alakazam. That's why I kind of thought that Bullet Seed would be useful, just for stuff like that. But I can't take, because I'm going to Murkrow on the off chance that he predicts my Heatran. And he's just going to go for another Shadow Ball. I didn't want him to go for Focus Blast and destroy Heatran or anything like that. So he's going to go into Ferrothorn now, predicting my Thunder Wave, which is a nice move. I figured he might, like, we're getting to the point where we both can think we're going to over-predict. Now, I believe at this point I go for the Roost. He actually double switches, he goes into Zygarde. And I go for the Taunt, that's what it was, because I know, you know, he'd probably either just try to set up more hazards or T-Wave me or something. I don't know what this thing does, but it has Extreme Speed. And that's a pain, as I just go for the Roost. I'm going, okay, this is weird, but he's actually going to switch out into Gastrodon, as I believe I go for the Foul Play, because I figured if he got Extreme Speed, he's probably more physically offensive, so Foul Play should hurt a little bit. So now I'm going to switch out, going to Heatran, just in case he predicts Gourgeist to come back in, he just goes for the safe Scald. Burn on Gourgeist at this point would even be good for him, but I know I can stay in here. I go for Protect, and then I see Earthquake, and I ask him, why is he using Earthquake over Earth Power? Well, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Earth Power is not accessible to Gastrodon in 6th Gen. And it doesn't even matter, because Earthquake picks off Heatran no problem. So, I don't know why I stayed in there. I really don't. I saw Earthquake. I could just switch into Gourgeist, knowing he'd go for Earthquake again. I don't know. I don't think he would have predicted me to go into Gourgeist second time, but regardless, he's going to have to switch out. He actually goes into Alakazam as he got the sub up as he goes to a Shadow Ball. I really wasn't fearing what... like, at this point, if I could kill Gastrodon, like, if I could take a Toxic and then go behind a sub, I could kill Gastrodon and his Alakazam. So, it was better for him, I guess, to switch out Gastrodon for now. But the problem is, Lucario comes in, and I'm going to have to send in my Murkrow. I figured maybe he'd just try and do, like, a setup or something like that. But he goes for Bullet Punch. Doesn't quite pick me off, even with the adaptability. But he's got Extreme Speed, and the only reason why that sucks is because I have max speed investment. So I would have outsped this thing and gone for T-Wave if he had gone for Bullet Punch again. But he sets up a Swords Dance. I set up a Swords Dance because he can't touch it. What is he going to do in Aegislash? I will show you what he's going to do in Aegislash. I go for the King Shield. He makes a nice move, goes for the Swords Dance, predicting the King Shield. But Bullet Punch, that's all he can hit me with. He can't hit me with fighting moves. He doesn't have Crunch, I guess. So I'm just going to go for the Sacred Sword and annihilate Lucario. Now, if he had Crunch, might have been a different story. But I was trying to scout that with King Shield. He could have gotten me if he had that. Now, I don't know what Zygarde wants to do, but he has Dragon Dance. I didn't even know that was a thing. Now, I'm kind of wondering, you know, I'm an Aegislash. Maybe I can take a +1 Earthquake. Nope. Ouch. So, yeah. Zygarde, how you doing there smashing my my favorite for 6th Gen? Ouch. And he's got Outrage as well. I'm going, oh my god. My only hope here, ladies and gentlemen. My only hope, I have to express this, is to pray that Barbaracle can take an Outrage, set up a Shell Smash, and kill the rest of his guys. That's my prayer. I have to pull it off. Zygarde hurts like a biatch. So, he's gonna go for the Outrage. I live with 1%. Oh my god, that is beautiful! Shell smashing up. Barbaracle, the nightmare, the threat, the immense, prioritizing, destructure. Goes for the Razor Shell. It doesn't kill even with a crit! And he was locked in Outrage, which made that even better. I was kind of hoping he'd stay locked in Outrage. But now, my next hope is Scolipede. Win condition. He has to get confused, hit himself, and then I can set up a sub. He hits himself. I can set up a sub. Win condition. On the run, on the move, getting the speed boost, and can Swords Dance on anything. And then he makes he makes a misplay, forgetting his Ferrothorn is burned. We were talking, obviously, because we're friends, and we like to talk to each other when we're playing. So, he forgets he's burned. He goes for the Power Whip. And he goes, what the heck? I go, well, first of all, I quad resist. And second of all, you're burned. So, GG, because he can't touch me. And I can set up the +6. Don't have to risk missing any Mega Horns. I can just go for Earthquake and take both his Pokemon out. No matter how defensive his Gastrodon is, a +6 from a Scolipede is going to hurt with Life Orb even. So, that's going to be it. Scolipede's just going to rip through his last two Pokemon, being Ferrothorn and Gastrodon. So that was an excellent match. Danny Yu-Ting. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. RNG making his way a little bit into this match as well, but you know, I don't know. It's a pain sometimes. I mean, could have gone a little bit differently if he had poisoned my Gourgeist, perhaps. But as you saw, it just got annihilated by Zygarde. I was completely caught off by Zygarde as well, which gave me the idea to put Mega Blastoise on because it'd be bulkier, extra defense, and I can have Ice Beam or an Ice move to take that thing out. So. that was a good match. And thank you so much for watching, guys. More of this stuff to come, and I will see you next time. Until then, peace.